Hey everyone, this is Karen from Blue Rooster Farm, and I am in my sewing room today because my husband just walked in as I was sewing and handed me my sew sampler box for the month of June. And so I'm excited to open it, so I thought I'd bring you along. I don't remember what the sneak peek and the clues were for this month, so this is a total surprise for me. I know we've had some really good ones lately, so I hope this one is good as well. So let's open her up. I haven't looked yet. I just cut the tape. All right. The top of the package says, "The Sweetest Peach, June 2024." And on the back, we have a coupon code for Sew Sampler members, and it's 20% off eyelet yardage and pre-cuts. And then there's a colored, a newly colored quilt from one of their free quilts. You got the QR code that shows the fabric that they are using in this box. So I'm excited to see what it is. All right, let's look. Of course, every time we have a box, we have a little pamphlet here, and this pamphlet tells us what the object is and the price that it retails for, and just gives us some information about it. So I'll be referring to this. Let's start right here. The first thing that we have is some Little House pins. And I believe these are Kimberly. That's the owner of Fat Quarter Shop. These, I think, are her favorite. I think they're glass tip pins. It looks like a container and several pins here. Let's see if it says how many. They're made in Japan. There are some blue ones and then some kind of a light pink or kind of a purplish pink. Let's see what it says on our pamphlet here. And these, if they're the glass-headed ones, then they're nice because you don't have to worry about ironing over them. They won't melt. We are thrilled to collaborate with Little House to create the finest glass head pins in our favorite colors of pink and aqua. Crafted in Japan, these pins are renowned for their quality and have a thin, sharp tip that easily glides through fabric. The glass heads are heat safe and they come packaged in the trademark Little House tin. Be sure to pin this to the list of your favorite notions. The value of this is $11.24, and it's a Fat Quarter Shop exclusive, which means you can only get it at Fat Quarter Shop. So they've got their logo on it. And I guess those must be pink pins. It's just a little hard to see the color through all the plastic. So pink and aqua pins, glass-headed pins. These are always handy. All right, the next thing. This is another handy thing to have in my sewing room. You're always needing these if you're a sewer. 5 quilting needles by Schmetz. And it looks like we have 9014. It says, tune up your sewing machine with some fresh machine needles. This pack of 5 chrome quilting needles by Schmetz are designed for high-speed sewing, as the chrome shank provides durability against heat and wear. They feature a short shank and a slightly rounded needle point for smoother sewing, and sharp stitches as you quilt. Well, just a while ago when I was sewing, I broke a sewing machine needle, so I'm glad to have these because that happens sometimes. The value of that is $5.98. Okay. Oh, this is a Creative Grids ruler or template. Let's see what we have here. It's a 60-degree diamond. It's the tiny one. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I do like the Creative Grid rulers. They are marked very nicely. They have the slip-resistant backing on them. This is kind of like a rough sandpaper type surface. And then very easy to read. Let's see what it says about this one. And I have a feeling you're going to need this to make whatever the pattern is they have for this month. It says, this adorable ruler shines bright like a diamond. This amazing notion is the mini-sized follow-up to Krista Moser's 90-degree diamond ruler. This is the tiny one, but it's still just as mighty. Use it to cut diamonds, hexagons, triangles, and 120-degree side-setting triangles up to 3.5 inches. It's such a gem to have handy. A value of $18.49. We do know that Creative Grid rulers are a little more costly than others, but they are really nice ones. All right, well, that'll be neat. I'm anxious to see what the quilt is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the fabric. And this is Jelly and Jam by Fig Tree and Company. And it looks really pretty. If you know Fig Tree, that these are their colors. There's lots of pretty teals and peaches and greens, taupes and light browns and reds. Makes this a really nice collection. I thought maybe it'd be easier to see these with this card than to show you each individual strip from the honey bun. See there, all the pretty colors, really summery, very summery. Well, this looks like what we're going to be sewing with. Let's see what the pattern is. It is called Peach Preserves. This is really pretty. And it looks like we are using that ruler or template. Peach Preserves. Isn't that pretty? It says you'll need 1 jelly and jam honey bun. You'll need that Creative Grid ruler. You're going to need 7/8 of a yard of background, so like a yard of background fabric, and then a 1/2 yard of binding, and it makes a 42 by 46 inch quilt. So that is pretty small, but if you wanted to make it larger, you could add borders, or you could get another one of these honey buns and make it bigger with that, I'm sure. It looks like the pattern's easy to follow. Looks like they're cutting, they're strip piecing and then cutting these little diamonds out of the strip pieced fabric, and that makes it really, really pretty. I like that. That's really pretty. So, and that peach color is the background fabric. So you just need a yard of that. So that's really pretty. I'm anxious to see some people share that on some of the different sites, and I'd like to see how theirs turn out too. That's pretty. Well, let's see what the value of the honey bun. This month we've selected the sweetest pre-cut to start your summer. Jelly and Jam by Fig Tree Quilts from Moda Fabrics is packed with bright, juicy colors and delightful floral and ditzy prints. In this set of 1.5 inch honey bun strips, you'll get a taste of the full assortment of the collection to turn into something even sweeter with your sewing machine. The value of that is $34.98, and I believe that is probably a whole honey bun. I don't believe that's a mini. I think that's the whole honey bun. So that's very nice. Let's see, how many strips do you need? You'll need 39 of the strips to make the quilt. So I imagine there's either 40 or 42. I can't remember which ones have 40 and which ones have 42. But so that's a whole honey bun. Very nice. And then the last thing in our quilt box this week, or this month, is the sew along for the year, and it has been Peaceful Baskets. Cover this up, and here's our next basket that we are going to be sewing. That's pretty. I've seen a lot of people's and they look really nice. I haven't started sewing it because I've got so many other projects right now, but once everybody's done and I see the setting, I'll probably start figuring out what fabrics I want. That's really pretty. And these are 17.5-inch unfinished blocks. So when you get to the end of the year, you'll have 12 of those, which is going to be a really nice size quilt. So let's see, the value of this pattern of the Peach Preserves pattern is $9.98. The value of our block for Peaceful Baskets, this one here, it is $4.98. And let's see here. Let me tell you what the value of this basket is. I'm getting to just about $90 if I'm right. Let me check one more time. 35 and 18. $64.74. I think it's between $85 and $90, so I will put the price up here somewhere, but that is quite a good deal because these boxes are $29.95 with tax $2.35 and shipping $4.95. It cost $37.25 for me to purchase this box, and if it is a $80 to $90 value, that is well worth it. I do really love having this template right here because I always enjoy having these. The needles, both the pins and the sewing machine needles, you know, you always need those. Those are very nice to have. I think the patterns are very cute. Something that I would make when I have time. So all in all, I like this box. I like Fig Tree Fabric. Joanne does a really good job on it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you get the box? If so, did you like this week's or this month's box? I'd like to know. I want to thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. Also, don't forget to like and share. That would also be very helpful to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.